Hello and welcome to the Ale and Audio podcast. Hey, it's the Chat Shit Shed section and it's episode 199. That means we've kind of got a big episode coming up, sort of. We didn't really properly get going till episode 76 or something, and that's when these two joined us, these two Muppets. Anyway, they're in backstage, so they can't give me it back at the minute. But I'll get him on straight on. So let's bring in our resident Sheddies, Andy of the Dunning in Stoke, Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester. How are you both doing?
Hiya, Joe.
Both all right? Looks like you've had a bit of weather this weekend.
Oh, yeah. My tan's finally faded, Dave.
Oh, you're not squashy anymore.
My leg's been shedding like a lizard. I must have had about 12 layers of skin off it. Anyway, hang on, I've had some new neighbours.
Oh.
Are you quiet down out there? Turn that alien radio off, will you? I'm recording in here. Bloody hell.
Speaking of alien radio, that's a good little segue into what we need to do next. Now, obviously, Alien Radio plays out on a Friday morning at 8 o'clock, and it's been quite popular playing out at that time. People listen to it live and playing along with games and commenting on stuff that your two are saying. So I thought, yeah, exactly. Through the week, we need to play a little bit of a promo, to promote what you do in the Chat Shit Shed. So I thought I'll leave it over to you two to do as a little promo. So why should people listen to the Chat Shit Shed section of the Ale and Audio podcast?
I mean, this is the main reason they come here. So I'm not sure how we can plug this, Dave, because this is just two blokes in a shed talking shit.
Well, if you want to hear me chatting and talk about shit, listen to the Chat Shit section.
There you go. Gosh.
Could people expect good quality?
No.
Audio quality, yes. Verbal quality,
not so.
Not so much.
But
if there's a topic out there you'd like us to discuss, we're very open.
Hey, condiments is our best subject.
Hey, and we're very opinionated. So
we love an opinion. Unfortunately, opinions are a little bit like arseholes. Everybody's got one.
Correct.
There you go. What more do you want for an advert for that?
That might make few people listen. Anyway, so how were you? Did you get up to much last weekend?
I'll let Dave go first. He was away in his van again.
No, I went away in the van this time. We went away with the family, so we was in like an Airbnb, but we went to Norfolk. Spent the day, days down the beach, Wells, Cromer. Went for a couple of pub lunches, a couple of beers, and obviously watched the disappointing fight at the weekend on Saturday night with Tyson Fury. That's about it, really. Just took a chill weekend, but we were out and about with the family, and and I had an amazing beer, but the post is coming soon because I'm going to drink it again, but in a different way, and yeah.
What? Rather than chug it, sip it.
Yeah, I was a little bit like I'd had a few when I'd had it. It was that new sour from Vault City, the staggeringly stupid one. And all I can say is it comes out like a lumpy marshmallow. Jimbo, it's right up your street, that is.
I can't see it being something I'd get on very well with, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
To the fact that
was it all right on the exit, Dave, at being so bright?
Let me see if I can find this picture. Obviously, for the people that are that are listening and not viewing this on YouTube, obviously.
Well, while you're looking for that, speaking of Vault City, it was a Vault City one you're on about, isn't it? Aren't they? I read a news article today, probably in Brews Round earlier as well. That aren't they set to become like the biggest sour beer producer in the world now because they're getting a bigger. Well,
I can't see why they wouldn't.
They're moving into a bigger unit. Yeah,
that's the one.
That's the head.
Is that your finger? I hope that's your finger, Dave.
I don't mind putting my tip in places that look like
Dave
that.
And That's little Dave in a bit of blue.
Bit of blue foot nuts. So yeah, there you go. So as you can tell, that's like very moussey, thick, and you basically have to like spoon it out the way to even get some of the liquid.
That is odd.
And then it's questionable: is it liquid or not?
It's almost like a meal, I'd say. I'd say you could eat that with a spoon.
Was that from a can that you took with you, or did you get it while you was there?
No, I took it with me, so I've got some more in the fridge here. But you know, it's just one of those things. It's that good. You've got to have a couple of times to like appreciate it. But I think that's probably going to be one of the best sours I've probably had. So
I think Andy's hoping if there's one in that. Do they do it in red, Andy? I think Andy wants to know.
Well, I've got the other stupid in the fridge, and I've got the blue stupid on order. So
very good.
It'll turn up at some point.
So, how was your weekend then, Andy?
So my super secret adventure, because obviously I said it was a secret, was my mate's 40th birthday. It was a surprise for him. It wasn't a surprise for us because we stayed over in the Brewdog Hotel in Manchester, which was good. I think if you want to go for the experience alone, it's worth a go. I mean, we only really got changed in because there's plenty of places to go in Manchester. So we went there for the day. Went to a few places I've been before, some new places, had some good beers, and then we went to a place called Hawksmoor for food, which is a phenomenal steak restaurant. Don't go in there, Jimbo. Don't even think about going in there for a vegetarian option.
I can have a side salad.
Yeah, we shared a 4-ribber beef that was 1.2 kilograms. It comes that the piece of meat alone cooked was 150 quid. So you sort of the ballpark margins of what you took. It was dear, but would it go again? Yes, I would go again. It was amazing. So that was Friday night. Then my friend left us because on the Saturday we got tickets after 2.5 years of waiting to go see Peter Kay at the AO Arena. So we spent another day in Manchester, went to some different places further afield, some other places not been before. Then met up with some other friends, had some food, and had a right old laugh at Peter Kay, which I can't tell you anything about because it'd spoil it. Of
course, but was it? Yeah, was it? I'm guessing it was good to see him back.
Yeah, it was, and there was a few moments in it which Dave would appreciate massively. Let's just leave it there.
I mean, I've seen it, so it's good.
How far up on the wetting yourself scale were you?
There was a few moments where a little tipped me over the edge a little bit.
Brill. Well,
but yeah, that was it. And then came back and the sun was out, so we're gardening. Yeah, that was good.
Very good. I'm sure a lot of people got a bit of gardening done this weekend. There we go. I not warmed it up, but like kind of. I don't. We've got the hot tub. We rarely use it anymore, but I like it in the summer because you can just heat it up a little bit, so it's kind of nice to cool off in. So I did that, got it ready. Next thing, Ada's invited a friend over from next door, and they've gone in it, and I've not been able to go in it. Because by the time I've had a chance to go in it, it's all gone cooled down outside. It was too cold to get in, so I haven't been in it for about a year. Gutted. Anyway, but yeah, I spent weekend in the garden as well.
Next summer, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. What did I do other than that? Yeah, not much really. Premier League ending, weren't it?
That was it.
That's all done and dusted.
Dave was eyeing up the competition ready for next season.
That's it.
See where after his points deduction comes in, where he's going to finish up.
Good stuff.
Wait, I've realised I've just forgot something.
What was it?
No, I've left it in the kitchen.
Oh, I know what he's forgot.
Keep him busy.
I will keep
Hold the
keep
fort.
him busy. Well, we need to do his drink, don't we?
Yeah.
So is it worth telling us about what this drink is while we're waiting for Dave to come back?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So as we know, I sent them after a long delay. I sent you some beers through to sample, and with Dave liking his Guinness, last week we had my milk stout homebrew, which was it was all right. It was a bit thin, but it was tasty enough. Plenty of chocolate in it. And then when we went in the van away to the Wirral near Liverpool, on the way back we called it Glen Affric Brewery, and they had a beer in, which is a chocolate and hazelnut porter, and it's called I Can't Believe It's Not Our. Thinking this will be okay as well because this will be chocolatey, not coffee related. Loads of nuts, loads of chocolate. What's not to like? Creamy vanilla. And then I gave it Dave and he read it and he went, "Oh my goodness, what have you given me here?" So this has won quite a few awards if you look on the side.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cracked it open previously. I put it in a glass just to make sure it didn't explode like it did on Jimbo last week. So it is safe this week. So yeah, crack it open, get it poured.
Right, I'm gonna. I really, really appreciate the beer, Andy. First of all, that's what I want to say. But also, I am not a nut fan whatsoever. So just setting the expectation level for people.
That's why I bought it.
I'm not going to say this is. I'm not going to review this. I wouldn't review a beer anyway. Everyone's got different tastes, but that's
why I bought it. I was like, well, Dave doesn't like dark beer, but he likes chocolate. Jimbo doesn't like nuts, but likes dark beer. So why not buy this?
It can only get like saying that I'm at the bottom now. So it can only be positive if anything.
Go up as soon as you read it, you were like, "Oh my goodness, what the bloody hell is this?"
Oh, you know what it reminds me of something. The smell from something
from
my childhood.
Is it Nutella chocolate spread? Because that's exactly what it smells like.
No, I don't know.
Make sure you get all the nutty bits out the bottom.
Oh. Right. It's saying, let me get my photos. So where are they based? Because I'm looking on the back of the can as to where they're based, and they're like
they look like the Scottish Glenafric, but they're actually they're basically Birkenhead. Birkenhead on the Wirral.
It looks like they've got two places. They look like they are.
The brewery part was like a family place up in Connick, I think it is, which is in Inverness-shire. But most of the stuff is brewed on the Wirral. There's a few bits that started in a small batch brew. But these are, yeah.
It does smell exactly like Nutella, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's what it's called. I can't believe it's Nutella.
Have we tried it yet? Have you?
Yeah, I've had about three mouthfuls while we're waiting for you.
Yeah, cheers. I haven't. Here we go then. Yeah, cheers. Thank you for sending it. Right. Honestly, I'm not getting too much nut. Or what would have expected. I think it's all right. I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's not a bad beer. You can taste the chocolate. The chocolate makes
it nice. I think there's a lot of chocolate in it, to be fair.
It makes it nice and smooth and easy.
I think the vanilla in it helps. Like that disguises the sort of nuttiness part because they've only used hazelnut extract in it. They've not used like crushed up nuts and stuff. But I guess this vanilla, it does say allergy safe hazelnut extract. So how much nut can be in that, really? So we had this conversation before. If you tried to open this on an EasyJet flight, they bloody rugby tackle you, wouldn't they?
You'd be done for.
Yeah.
I think the more I drink it, the more nut you do get. Or hazelnut.
Well, that happens in life, doesn't it? The more you drink, the more nuts.
I think hazelnut's probably the one I can just about handle the most of. Is what's we're going to go on to chocolate bars now, but it is what
nuts. Oh, hazelnuts. Oh,
what's in a Toblerone? That's not hazelnut, is it? What is it? Is that even a nut in Toblerone? What's in that?
I think it is hazelnut.
I mean, there's only one place you can buy Toblerone, anyways, at the airport.
Yeah, when you're getting kicked off your EasyJet flight for having nuts.
Very
Toblerone.
Other chocolate bars are available.
Yeah, it's all right, actually. I'm quite enjoying it.
Actually, you're right. It does taste almonds in the Toblerone. Almonds.
I think I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I still
Safe.
find it easier to
Isn't
drink.
coming out in hives. It's
No.
fine.
I still find it easier to drink than a lot of the sours you've tried to get me on.
That's because you like dark beer, though.
But
Like,
that's
there's-
not.
There is
yeah.
there is a like real undercurrent of the chewy
Mm.
caramel bits underneath,
Yeah.
which is kind of what you get from porters and stouts, isn't it? So, whereas sours is like the lactose, what's it called? The bacteria that puts in it basically makes it sour. Like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
like it's that rather
complete
than
palate
the
change
flavor.
than
Yeah,
the other side of the
Mm.
scale, isn't it? This is very
nice.
I think it was a bit warm. I had mine in the fridge. It did keep it in the fridge because obviously it was warm over the weekend. So I think if it warmed up a little bit, you'd probably get a bit more roastiness from it. But I quite like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
don't think
it's
I'm-
not as I was expecting to be. I was expecting it to be thin, but it's actually not. It's quite good. Like thickness to the flavors, good.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel.
I think reading the back of it made me a bit scared of it, but then actually drinking
Yeah.
it, like you say, the chocolate makes it nice and a bit creamy, and then the vanilla makes it a bit smoother, and you just get like a little nutty aftertaste to it. It's good. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
all
like I
down
said,
for
it's
trying
good.
new black beers.
and it's got
He won
awards.
He won an
No.
Asia Beer Challenge 21 2020. He voted gold world's best beer by judges at International Beer Challenge 2020. It's won World Beers Award Silver in 21. Yeah, some good awards like these Zebra Awards and things.
I think Dave ought to get his own sticker that he can stick on these, like Dave
Like
approved.
Dave
sort of
approved.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
In sort of a cock shape.
Oh yeah.
Either
Penis shape.
either a droopy one, either a droopy sticker, or a semi one, or a full Dave seal of approval.
Right. Well, there we go. Yeah,
You
I'm
know
going to
that
carry on
Pat-
enjoying this.
You know that Pat's knocking up some stickers right now. Those three.
Oh, he will be.
Yeah.
That'd be wicked. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. I'm on it. Pat, get on it.
That's it. Right. So you mentioned that you were in Manchester, Andy. So
Yeah.
let's have a bit of this. Wish you a beer, and I think it's brewed if Chalmers is back. Is that right?
Brew the Chalmers, yeah. Well, I was in Liam Chuglager's town over the weekend. I was hoping not to bump into him, thankfully I didn't, because I didn't want a bit of kid. But luckily we could mosey around. Obviously, really nice weather in Manchester is unheard of, for one. So blue skies were out. If it was by the seaside, you could forgive some of the bikinis, but middle of Manchester, it's a bit questionable.
You could have gone to see the Old Trafford Falls as well while you were there.
Well, you could have done, yeah. You could have done that. The closest we got was Deansgate Canal. I don't know if that counts. But yeah, there's plenty of breweries and pubs in Manchester. Select a few. The usual hot spots around the back of the train station at Piccadilly, not Piccadilly. So there's Track, Cloudwater, Sure Shot, Balance. Perfect places to go. Heading up into the northern quarter, streets and streets of people. Streets packed full of people. You couldn't look at anybody. You had to look up at the architecture, especially when you're with the wife. Oh, look at the buildings around here. There's lots of sights to see. Yeah, so we went to the bar that I've not been in before, which is the Pelican. It's a proper nice indie bar, good feeling there. Sam had a Schofferhofer, because just something light in the afternoon. Came soft serve off a smoothie maker. Can you believe it? Softy top. I can't like that Mr. Whippy does. She really enjoyed that. We ended up in a bar in the evening, which is a Panoma Island bar, which is called the Gas Lamp, which is sort of central Manchester. It's basically a doorway down to, I think, what was a public toilet at some point in time. But it's now an underground bar. And if you don't know it's there, you will never find it. So that's worth sorting out. And then the last one, which we went to on the Saturday, which I've never been to before, is a craft bar called Jewel, which is kind of quayside Manchester, heading out towards the Stratford way. And there, the guy Kev who runs the bar has an amazing selection of sharing bottles. So American imports, stouts, you name it. This guy's got it. He's got a great. He even does like a sharing night on some nights. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, there's a great selection of beer. You could easily get carried away. They've got some American Three Sons dippers on tap at 8%, and he's one of them bars that sells it by the pint. So you could have yourself a right good day in there, I think. So yeah, there's plenty of places. There's plenty of places I've not been as well, but them are the places I've got to.
And the last place you mentioned there, is that was somewhere new to yourself, that particular
area? Yeah, that's where I've never been before. Yeah. There was not much else. There's sort of walk you through. Is it Spitalfields? I think it is. I can't think of the area, but you walk through it where it's got like the bottomless brunch end of town where all the bridal parties end up causing carnage. But you kind of walk through that and across the river and onto the other side. So yes, worth to see.
Very good. And if you are heading to Manchester, obviously you've got a little bit of a guide there, but if you need any more information about any of those places in particular that Andy's mentioned, particularly that one that's like a downstairs hidden one, that you're going to need a bit of help finding, get in touch with Andy. We've got one of those public toilet bars in Sheffield as well. It won one of the bars of the year. But yeah, it used to be an old toilet.
It just got that feel. It just got the feel of the place, like this, especially when you walk down the stairs and you're like, "Can you smell chemicals?" You know what I mean? That's like that first, like,
"Can you smell?"
But then you kind of missed the bar at first, thinking it was bigger than it was, because you literally go down the stairs and there's a door on the right, and then you follow the corridor around and it brings you right round to the opposite side of the bar. And I'm like, that was definitely the men's, and then that was definitely the ladies. Like, you could just tell how this little tunnel system was set up, but the bar was pretty big.
And did you say that was linked to Pomona Island, that particular
Pomona Island? They got plenty of their beers all on draft. But there's a few mixed in amongst it. I think I had one from Tartarus while I was in there, which was very, very nice.
Very good. Well, there we go. Thank you very much, Brewdiff Chalmers. How's Ale Winton doing, by the way?
Oh, he's been sacked. Yeah, he got sacked for sweeping his own supermarket.
It's quiz time. Oh, wrong button. It's quiz time.
Get busy with the quizzy.
It's the big Pub Shed Pub Quiz with your host Jimbo, your contestants Andy of the Dunning in Stoke, Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester. Hey, where's the applause? There we go. There we go. They're excited today.
I've got a question. It's a big one.
Go on.
How did the open button surgery go?
Oh yeah.
Open button surgery. How did it go?
Well, we have some good news. We're back.
Yay! Right, that means I didn't even prepare a buzzer question because I thought Dave's buzzer at work anyway. Very good.
It's successful.
I'm just going to keep. I've had about 2 weeks worth of not doing that.
Is he in recovery?
Yeah, no, he's all right. He's fully recovered.
Yeah,
he's back together again, fighting fit for another day. He's got little bruises here and there.
No scars,
slight little crack in it where he.
Slight scar in it.
He's fighting fit, ready to smash another day. I mean, break another day.
Well, we might have to go easy on it today if it's only just been fixed. Your first question is an estimation question, and it's how well you was listening to last week's podcast that might help you with this one. Okay. He's got his hand up. Yeah, listened yet, have you? This is the thing.
because I was too busy getting shit faced.
We do record on a Monday, so we haven't had much time, to be fair. But you might still be able to put a good estimation in here, because I think you will have been following the journey of the Great British Pub Crawl. It was absolutely amazing to have him on last week, and Dale is proper passionate about it and brilliant. And as well as I assumed he was just like a big, he liked his beer and stuff like that, but he's actually a big craft beer lover as well. And I think he's he does love it when he finds a bar that's a craft brewery or whatever bar. And I think they got to, was it Twisted Barrel? I think they got to this weekend just gone. Twisted Barrel Brewery and Bar. He managed to get there. So it looks like he really enjoyed Coventry. That. That's right. They were in Coventry this past weekend. So my question is an estimation question.
Not much else go Coventry for. So.
Ghost Town, apparently.
Is that what you go for? You go for the Ghost Town. It's like going for...
Yeah. It's an iconic place, isn't it? Coventry. Back in the day, it was especially for things like music and stuff like that. But anyway, the question about Coventry, the question is about how many bars they've managed to get to so far. Don't forget, I think we first featured these in our quiz.
I think we did the nearest the number last time when we first featured them about the number of pubs they were at.
I think we did percentage last time. I think we did something and it was something low, 2 or 3%, weren't it? It might not even been that. Obviously, this was over a year ago, and I think they'd done about at least 1,000 by that point. So my question is, how many pubs are they up to now, as of this past weekend that's just gone, to the nearest 100? Okay, so last week the British Pub Crawl, they were on the show. To the nearest 100, how many pubs have they managed to visit so far on their mission to get to every single drinking establishment in the UK? What are we saying?
They've been to my local village, but completely missed out the best pub in the village.
You need to drop him
a message and tell him.
Yeah,
I've told him this, and he did say he'll make it. So if he's listening, let me know when you go in. I'll meet you there.
That's it.
We'll go through there.
So what do you want to say first then, Dave? What are you going to guess? How many thousand?
I want to say about 2,300.
Okay.
I was going to say 2,900.
So 2,900 for Andy.
900.
2,300 for Dave. Okay, then. So now we've got to say they've been doing really, really well, very well, and it's been amazing. It was great to talk to them because they were very, very passionate about what they do as well. And obviously they're raising awareness of pubs, aren't they? And trying to get people to support pubs. A lot of pubs as well have started putting up like posters when they've arrived and stuff, like things up on the screens to say we welcome the Great British Pub Crawl and all that kind of thing, and people going and joining them and having photographs and all that kind of thing. It's going very, very well. From a challenge that I think at the time we thought were absolutely bonkers. It's still a bonkers challenge, but they're doing so well. So who's got it right then? So Dave going 2,300, Andy going 2,900. Who's the closest? It's Andy. 3,153. They've done every single pub in Nottinghamshire at the time. I mean, I think there's been some new ones added and they're trying to catch up and fill in the gaps and stuff. And obviously some closed down since then, sadly. But they did at one point, they'd done all of the pubs in Nottinghamshire, which is a massive achievement.
Dave, he's a Forest fan.
We'll see about that next season, shall we? That must be really odd because they're getting
the points deduction.
They'll do the bars. Yeah, so they're visiting these cities and towns that are miles away from their house, and then a new pub opens 2 weeks later, and they're like, "All right, well, we've got to go back there again." Because what you want to do is you want to go to a city and then hit it and go to all the bars, don't you? In one day or one weekend, however you do it.
They did Newcastle under Lyme in one night. Then they made the mistake of going up to Hanley for another night. Obviously, they weren't in Hanley very long, but Newcastle, they did all the pubs. Newcastle underline, the only Newcastle in the UK.
Well, there we go. So good luck to him, and hopefully we'll catch up with him again, maybe in another year's time, see how they're doing. It's going to take them a while, I think, because obviously there's a lot of pubs to get.
I hope they're keeping the receipts.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, they were saying it's. I did ask him that question about how much it's costing, but yeah, he says I don't think he likes to think about it, to be honest. But anyway,
he'll be the perfect guy to say where's the best quality bargain pint in the country. That's what he'll be able to tell you.
That's it. And surprisingly, I mean, there was one pub, and he might have had this before, but he's like checked in with pubs before he's gone to make sure they're open. Bearing in mind, he's going on, they're going on quite sometimes making a bit of a trek to get to these pubs, to try and cover everyone. And they've got there and they've not been open, even though they've advertised saying they would be and stuff. And yeah, and you think that, especially if he's messaged them in advance, you think they'd be like, wanting to have them there. Bearing in mind, he's getting in newspapers and all sorts of media coverage and stuff now as well. So yeah, there we go. So if you are a pub who's listening, or your locals listening, make sure if they do get asked if they're open, make sure they're ready for him, because it's a good bit of publicity, I think, as well.
I think he's got enough visits there to at least have the volume 1 of the book out for Christmas for people.
Exactly, that's a good idea. Yeah. And I mean, has he even thought about whether he's breaking some sort of world record as well? Like, he's probably not even thought about that, has he? So
I've got the real ale guide for this year, 24. I'm going to see if there's a note in that. That must tell you how many pubs are in it.
And that'll just be the pubs, won't it? But yeah. It's a good starting point.
We're doing. Is he just doing like UK, or is he doing like obviously the whole of like everything, just like up to Scotland a lot?
I think
he's doing like the whole United. Just think.
Well, it's called Great British Pub Crawl, so I imagine he's got to do Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland as part of that as well. Yeah,
I was going to say that's a massive commitment, going up to all the like Northern Hebrides of Scotland, and because there's obviously going to be a pub in a mountain somewhere.
Do you think secretly deep down he's like, I hope Scotland go for independence?
Also thinking, why didn't they call it the Great? Why didn't they call it the Great Eastern England Pub Crawl?
Yeah, it'd have nearly finished all that by now, or not too far off anyway. But yeah, there we go. Good luck to him. Next question then. So this is multiple choice. I don't think we're going to have a buzzer question today. If you think of anything for buzzing later, I didn't prepare one because Dave, I didn't know he'd fixed his buzzer. Anyway,
I did all that work earlier.
Yeah,
I did 4 screws, took it to pieces, and put it back together again, and did 4 screws up just for you to go. We're not doing it. Well,
I'm sure I'll think of something. Atypical
NHS, that is, Dave. You wait ages for an operation. When it comes to it, you're in and out like that.
Yeah, and then you didn't need it afterwards.
And then you're not needed anyway.
No.
You could have just chucked your body in the bin and I'd done with you.
Right. I've got a buzzing question for you then. On the spot buzzing. No, on the spot buzzing question. Right. Which brewery, and this is brand new, and this has been in Brews Round earlier, which you won't have heard yet. Which brewery have taken on the old craft union what's it called? The Union Brewing facility that have been given up by, I think, who would it have been? I think it might have been Carlin or something like that. I don't know. The old fashioned things. You know what I'm on about.
I've seen the picture, didn't see what the brewery was.
You know what I'm on about, don't you?
It's a brewery in Derbyshire that have taken it on. There we go. That's the answer.
So who buzzed first? Was that Dave? Was you trying to give him a chance then to buzz in?
Yeah, Dave can give the answer. He buzzed. I just said somebody in Derbyshire did it.
So who was it then, Dave?
I don't know. I just wanted to press the buzzer again.
So sorry, it's Carlsberg Marston's in this is not the answer, but Carlsberg Marston's in Burton, Staffordshire. They've been using these.
It's a triple old barrel
Yeah,
brew kit system, and it ages back to, I don't know, Victorian times, the way they used to. It was the first time where they actually transferred from vessel to vessel without having open kiln. When it goes hot liquor, make it go cold. To transfer it to make it go cold, basically.
It's called the Burton Union kit, and yeah, like you say, it's the last one that's been in operation. And there was a big uproar from obviously like Camera and stuff like that, because they were going to knock it on head and give up. So one brewery's decided to pick it up. Andy's give you a bit of a clue, Dave. They are based in Derbyshire. Can you think of the biggest brewery you can think of in Derbyshire? They're coming up in Martin Brewis. Adopted
Thornbridge.
Sheffield. Thornbridge, he hit his buzzer already. There you go. So you got an opportunity to use your buzzer, so stop moaning. But good on Thornbridge for doing
put it
that.
away then, fella. That can get broken again.
Good on Thornbridge for doing that, though. Because it means it keeps some heritage going, doesn't it, in terms of like beer heritage and stuff like that. So there we go.
I hope they make like a really old-fashioned cask beer out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, really go back and pick an old recipe out of the history books and like put something through it and see how it comes out.
That's it. Good idea. Next question. Here we go. So it's multiple choice. Which beer brand have just announced a new soju? I think I've said that right. Soju flavored beer. If you don't know what soju is, it's a bit like vodka, but it's slightly easier to sip as a drink on its own, as a standalone drink. So which beer brand have just announced a new soju flavored beer? It's either Cobra beer, Tiger beer, or Asahi. I never say their name properly, but anyway, what we reckon? I think we're going Andy first this time, because Dave gives first estimation.
I'm thinking a shy, because the other two I'd have with a curry, and I don't want to sip in vodka with a curry.
What do you prefer, Cobra or Tiger?
Curry.
Obviously curry, but Cobra or Tiger? Have you got a preference?
It's whichever the curry house has got.
Yeah.
Tiger is nice.
Kingfisher's
I don't feel like you get it in a lot. I don't feel like you get Tiger a lot in supermarkets, but you can pick up Cobra in a supermarket nowadays, can't you?
Yeah. I think Tiger's like its own thing, whereas I think Cobra is linked to Carlsberg. I don't know if Tiger maybe eventually got took over by Heineken though. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Well, you used to be able to get Tiger on the sub.
Yeah.
Machine.
But
I was going to say
Kingfisher's a good one. If you wanted one with a curry, Kingfisher's a good one.
Yeah.
I was also going to say Asahi because of that. It just sounds very like, I don't know, is it Asahi, like Chinese, Japanese type lager, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I could have it.
It
sounds more bowl.
Yeah. I just don't think you'd have,
So I think soju is actually a drink from Korea. So it's like I say, it's a bit of a similar sort of thing to vodka. So they're quite good guesses. So should we reveal the answer? Okay. You are both wrong. It's actually Tiger beer. So there it is. So yeah, they had a big launch party in Malaysia at the weekend, I think it was, where they were kind of doing a big launch, big sort of like nightclubby sort of night thing. And yeah, it's here. So I imagine, I mean, I don't know what it'd taste like. I suppose
I think it's the straw and the plastic cup, but doesn't that look refreshing?
I mean, it's weird.
It's like when you get out of an all-inclusive bar in a hotel in like
sit by the pool with a couple of them bad boys.
Yeah.
I mean, to drink a lager, I mean, it's still a lager.
Entertainment on.
It's a lager, though. To drink a lager with a straw, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
I remember by the pool, mate.
I don't know. I've never had I remember my mate had to do it because we went to Ibiza and he went curb diving. and smashed all his teeth in. So for rest of holiday, lads' holiday, he had to drink his beer through a straw. Now we know there's other people who drink beer through the straw, aren't there, for different reasons? Horny Shawnee.
Well, he doesn't drink beer anymore.
Oh, he doesn't anymore, but at the minute.
But he did. But that was for beard reasons.
Yeah, exactly. That was for beard reasons. But he might. I imagine he still enjoys his zero alcohol beers through his straw. So there we go. So no one got any points there. So it's still Andy in the lead. Your next question then is also multiple choice. Here we go. And it's this one. Recently featured in a few online news articles, including a feature in the Courier Evening Telegraph, Fife Brewery, Futtle in Scotland, are a brewery known for their small batch organic range of beers. One of the products they are most well known for is what? It's either Futtle Seaweed Goze, I think that's how you say it. I always say goes, but I think it's goes.
It's pronounced. I got
Goes,
told it
goes.
by an expert in the field. It's
Yeah.
Gozer, as in Gozer the
Gozer.
Traveller from Ghostbusters.
Ah. So Futtle Seaweed Gozer.
Correct.
Yeah. Or Futtle Nessie Pish. I'll say it properly. Pesh. Or is it Futtle Thistle Scottish Ale?
East 54445.
That actually happened once, didn't it? Only a few years ago as well. So yeah, this brewery then, Fife Brewery, Futtle in Scotland, well known for their small batch organic range of beers. One of the products they're most well known for is what? Futtle Seaweed Gozer, Futtle Nessie Pesh, or Futtle Net Thistle Scottish Ale.
Now I have had. My mind is ticking now. I did have once a kelp beer, which was a strange one, which is seaweed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I remember you having. I do remember you having that actually. I remember.
Yeah,
I don't even. Maybe if I've tasted that one as well.
yeah, we did. I think we got it sent. I can't. You drink so many beers from different places, you forget the ones that you remember them because they were a bit weird, but you actually forget them, which is a shame.
So, does that mean you're going for the seaweed one, Andy?
I think I might do.
Dave?
I'd say the seaweed one is probably the more likely one to be. But I'm going to just go for Futtle Thistle Scottish Ale, just to be different.
Okay. So has anybody got it right? Someone has got it right. So it's definitely not Futtle Nessie Pesh. So it's either the seaweed Gozer or the Futtle Thistle Scottish Ale. Well done to Andy. Correct again. Well done. It is the Futtle Seaweed Gozer. So yeah, it's seaweed-infused beer. Seaweed is added at the point in the brewing process where you usually add the hops. And they actually gather the seaweed themselves from the beach in Fife. So there we go. So it's, very organic. And there's a picture of it on screen. For
Bedlam
YouTube
Brewery kelp. It's amazing Google images. I just searched for kelp and it picked out the beer for me. How good's that?
I remember. I think I did have that because I think
we got sent. That was 2022. God, that was a lifetime ago, wasn't it?
Are they still going Bedlam? I know there was a bit where they had a bit of a shake.
Bedlam going.
I think there wasn't there? But I don't know whether they came through that or what happened in the end. But anyway, I'll have to go and check after. It is, yeah. So next then, I think this might be your last of your questions. Here we go. Microbiologists from Cardiff University have used brewer's yeast found in which of these killer creatures to develop a craft beer? Is this hazelnut? Microbiologists from Cardiff University have used brewer's yeast found in which of these killer creatures to develop a craft beer? It's either Africanized honeybee, brown recluse spider, or a saw-scaled viper. One of those. Yeast from one of those creatures to develop a beer.
Ooh. Do we think we can get hold of some of this beer? Is it killer? I can't imagine it tastes.
I'm still waiting for that vagina beer to the beer too.
Still waiting, yeah.
Yeah.
What we're gonna say then,
David, stickers on it.
I'm gonna say the honeybee.
Honeybee. Okay. Any
Don't know
reasons
why.
for that? Just a complete guess.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the snake, the viper.
Snake, viper for Andy. B for Dave. Has anybody got it right? Somebody's got it right. The person who's got it right is Dave. Well done, Dave. Does that make it 2-1?
What? Well, we had the interim question in the middle.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Makes it 2 each. That makes it 2 each.
You've been generous to Dave there with that one, but yeah, let him have it. 2-2.
I've not even kept score today.
But yeah,
He's give up. He's completely give up on quiz.
I've not. I had something. I don't know why, but that 5 question triggered something in my brain that I was like, "Shit, I need to Google something right now." And actually realise what it is, because I was listening to the Alien Radio podcast earlier, before we started, and I learned something new about Andros. That his dad invented the 5-4-3-2-1 biscuit.
This is what you learn on Alien Radio, on the radio station.
But for some reason, that 5 thing just something triggered in my head, and I was like,
"Was it 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1?"
That's it. That's the biscuit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. This is what you learn.
Obviously, that's way beyond me. This one is, but yeah, there we go. And his dad invented it.
He did. He really did.
Right. He did try to come out with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but nobody bought
it. It's time for What's That Pub Shed Sound? I think it was a fairly straightforward one last week. Lots of people got it right. I think Spenno got it right. Quite a few other people. I'm sorry I've got that many different accounts now. Alien Radio, Alien Audio Podcast, people WhatsApp me, and I can't keep up with. And then there's the live chat on there's the live chat on Alien Radio as well. So there's all that. The OnlyFans, yeah.
A PA.
Yeah. I do.
If anybody wants to volunteer to be Jimbo's PA to get paid nothing, volunteer. Send your stamped addressed envelope to Jimbo Needs Help at alienaudio.com.
But there were plenty of correct answers. So let's have a quick listen to it just to remind ourselves. So, yes, that was the noise, and quite a few people got it right. And I think Dave and Andy, you both got it right quite easily in the Uncut section of last week's show, which, by the way, the Uncut section of each of these shows now plays out on Alien Radio across the week. So any of the bits that we cut out, we actually put them in Alien Radio on rotation now as well. So what was last week? We were talking about, well, I can't remember what we were talking about last week, but anyway, we were talking the submachine. We were talking about the demise of the submachine last week.
The sad demise of the submachine. Yeah.
So if you want all the extra stuff,
haven't I just got one for you today? You wait.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Well, let's. So the answer was there. Obviously, that sound was the Pints 365 machine. Patriot Lockdown Bar sent it in, so I tried not to give it away last week, because obviously it would have, because we know he's got his Pints 365. Pretty sure Taylor Tavern got it right as well. Anyone who's already got a Pints 365 machine definitely recognise the squeaky noise as well that you get from it sometimes. So there we go. But it does mean it's time for a new sound. Okay. I think we're getting... That was an easy one, but this one's harder. Are you ready?
Harder.
This is harder. right? This is more difficult, I think, because I don't know what it is. So listen to it.
so
Try.
even if I guess it, you're not going to go correct.
Correct.
I can't do that, can I? That's why we have the uncut section. We've got to try and work
Who's
it out
Sheddie
together.
Mercury singing this week? Do you know who that is?
I do know this week.
When we did it and you didn't know that, we were all knackered. So this is going to be fun.
So here we go. This was sent in. I can tell you sent this in because I don't know what it is, so it might be
Yeah,
helpful.
come on. That might give us a clue.
It's Spenno sent this in, and he sent the
Could be
Uber one in.
fucking anything.
It could be anything. So, what is this pub shed related noise? Here we go.
It better not be Henry fucking Hoover again.
Yeah, it's quite a long one. There we go. I have no idea, but let's just play it one more time and then we'll discuss in the uncut section what it is. So here we go. One more time. What's this pub shed sound? Good luck. Let us know what the answer is. And for more uncut stuff, make sure you check out Aylin Radio and also our YouTube channel, as it all goes on there too. So, what you reckon that was?
Spenno making some dodgy noise that nobody knows.
Yeah. I think it was
Correct.
Henry the Hoover. Was it Henry the Hoover going off into the sunset?
Did he have a lonely night in with Hetty the Hoover?
Yeah.
It sounds
Did he
like
have to go hospital with it stuck up his bum?
This is
I
why
was
this
just cleaning it and it went off.
I mean, it sounds like something turning, doesn't it? Like almost like when you have to spin like a washing machine round to get stuff
Is
out
it
of
a
it.
what?
Or tumble
Is
dryer.
it a bingo machine?
I thought it was. Yeah, I had that. I didn't hear any balls that were all.
Maybe it wasn't. Nobody was playing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he's got no balls.
Which I
Maybe
think
he's like dogs.
It sounded like it got a lot of suction. Either way,
I didn't. It couldn't have been like
Just play
a jet.
it again. Just play it again.
Does Spenno live on a runway?
Yeah, is it a 747?
Was it the 1038 going to Mallorca from East Midlands?
Bring the train on.
It sounds like something being pushed around, or I don't know, like a wheelbarrow. It can't even be a wheelbarrow. Something rolling around, or something like that.
But does the...
Ada thinks it's a horse and cart.
Yeah, I'd say it's that.
Yeah, that we'll go with that. He's got one of them in his pub shed.
Yeah.
Gets his beer delivered on it.
No idea.
Yeah.
So I think people are going to have to help us out with that. It could be another one that rolls on for a while, as long as the sounded. Was there something you needed to... Was there something we've got for the uncut section?
Oh, haven't we just?
Late on me, Dave. Late on me.
Condiments. Not only now do I have brown sauce on breakfast, and the go-to, obviously, the standard was HP brown sauce. Not anymore. I'm a changed man.
No way.
Daddy's.
Oh, yeah, Daddy's. It's usually cheaper for a start.
Daddy's brown sauce.
Does it come in a bottle about this big, Dave?
From Own Bargains or Aaron's Food, 79p.
He's got his Daddy's.
I had Daddy's sauce for the first time, and I am a very changed man now.
Can you taste the difference?
Did you steal it off a sandwich van?
No, H's mum brought it with her Airbnb we had when I cooked breakfast.
Can I tell you the best? I mean, we'll get on. I'll tell you the best brown sauce I've had though, because that brown sauce you can get bad brown sauce, can't you? That's very overly vinegary and stuff. I can't actually tell the difference between HP and Daddy's. To me, they're very close. Can you?
I agree.
Yeah. So I'm happy buying either. I'll just go for whichever's cheaper. But the best brown sauce, and Andy, I'm looking at you because obviously Dave's new to the sauce game. You're not, Andy. The best brown sauce I've had is not from where you live, but it's actually called Stokes.
Stokes.
Have you had it?
Correct.
It's bloody brilliant, isn't it?
Dave, the little bod at Trentham, they have 3 sauces in. They'll give you a little condiments tray. The mayonnaise comes in sachets because nobody has mayonnaise really.
No,
not with the
kids.
stuff they sell. Pork pies, sausage rolls, ploughman's lunches, breakfast in the morning. So they have a condiments box with 3 things in it. All 3 are Stokes. Stokes tomato ketchup, Stokes brown sauce, and Stokes barbecue sauce.
Oh, I didn't even know they had a range.
And all of them are brilliant, but they're a premium. If you want to buy them yourself, they're a bit of a premium. So I always stick with HP because they're usually on some sort of deal. It's like Tommy K from Heinz, isn't it? They're always on some sort of deal.
You have to have Heinz tomato ketchup.
My cousin will not eat anything. I blame his mother. He will not eat anything other than Tesco value ketchup.
Ooh,
I know. It's like piss water. Obviously, if you piss water that colour, you go to your doctor. But it's horrible stuff. It's very vinegary. But I'm going to tell you another little snippet. Who doesn't like kebab house ketchup? You know, when you have a horrible burger, and their ketchup, wherever they make that ketchup comes in that red bottle, doesn't have a name. Can you find it anywhere? No. But it tastes amazing. And the mayonnaise is always good as well. But the mayonnaise is just some.
Is that just because you're always pretty sloshed by the point?
Maybe it is. But if I think to myself, I'm going to have a dirty cheeseburger tonight, and he says, "Do you want any salad on it?" I'm like, "No." Do you want any sauce? Ketchup, mate. Yeah. Amazing.
We need to do that test. We need to go to one of these kebab houses, not drunk, and find out if it's still as good as we think it is.
Who goes to a kebab house?
I can guarantee it is because I had a kebab house once for lunch.
For lunch.
For lunch. Kebab house. I had a doner meat burger with chips for lunch once. When we used to live, the kebab house was round the corner. And he used to open at 3:00 in the afternoon. So I didn't have lunch. Got back on Saturday. I hadn't been to the pub, I had a beer, nothing. I was like, I really fancy a burger. You know, I like a burger.
Yeah.
I know a place I can get one. Well,
was it still just as good?
It's amazing.
Stokes is in Suffolk, by the way. Stokes brown sauce. And
that's it. I was trying to say it's down south somewhere.
Yeah, Suffolk. So
very, very good.
It is very nice. We had it.
We always come back to condiments.
Oh yeah, every time.
You can't have a shit shed corner without condiments.
Yeah, but that's only because I'm in this new era of just trying things now, and it normally comes with the condiments.
Yeah.
So, I had a bit of tartar sauce as well at the weekend with my fish.
Oh, you dirty pig!
I'm not offended by it, but I won't choose it again. That's for sure.
It's weird what you suddenly like when you get older, isn't it? Like until this probably last 6 months or maybe a bit longer, I'd never really been fussed about eggs. Now I can't stop having them, which is good for me because I need better protein.
You kind of left the animals behind, let's say. So eggs is the closest thing you can get to a chicken fillet, isn't it?
It's important, yeah. I need some proper protein. But I've started to like them a lot more now. So yeah.
I found a recipe once. I never remember where it was. It's the most weird thing I've ever tried, but it was delicious. So just a 3-egg omelette, cookery school time. 3-egg omelette, salt and pepper in pan. Get it cooking on one side. Get yourself a tortilla. Yeah.
Oh.
Get yourself some sun-dried tomato paste. It's very important. Sun-dried tomato paste. Spread it on the tortilla, and just before you flip the omelette, put the tortilla on. So you create an omelette sandwich with the spread. Then flip it over, and then roll it up. You'll thank me later.
Oh, I'm going to try that.
You'll thank me later.
I keep annoying Mrs. though because she hates eggs, and every time she comes in after a day at work, the house just stinks of eggs because I forget to shut the kitchen door. She goes mad at me.
Is that from your cooking or from your bowel movements?
Definitely from the cooking.
You had egg again, James.
Somebody's walking behind him with the trumpet.
Is that you, James, or the little Pac-Man?
Right, that's enough of that. Here we go.
I got a pub shed in my garden and a bottle shop in my town. I love the craft and perfect draft and a 2-for-1 discount. So when it comes to beer, I need a deal that'll keep the prices at a steal. So I'm calling up Martin Brewis.
We said it last week, but once we are in that weird in-between. At the time of recording on a Monday, we're in that weird in-between where bank holiday's coming up, so the offers are starting to come out now, so we're not going to catch them all today, but there are a few out there.
I think you should flood them out, stick them on rail and radio. Rail and radio. It's a new train podcast.
Yeah.
It's for the platform pissheads out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, stick them on rail and radio. I think you stick them on after we've discussed them tonight. Stick them on.
Yeah,
Get them
I will.
There.
I will get him out there early anyway. Well, that's a good idea, Good idea. So here we go. Right. So this is the first one that I found. I think this comes up every bank holiday, so it's nothing new. Polly's bank holiday bundle, 20-pack, 2 free beers plus a glass as well. So you're getting quite a lot there for 83 quid, I think it is, for technically 22 beers. Is that right? And then a glass as well. Not too bad.
Not bad. It's not a bad deal, really, especially when you know that it's kind of a premium branded beer anyway. So,
and Polly's, you're always onto a winner with Polly's anyway, aren't you? You
What's
found
that?
this one though.
That £4 a can, Polly's, is that rough maths?
Yeah,
but maths wasn't my strong. Rough maths wasn't my strong point.
Just
over £4 a can.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good deal because Polly's they're usually £5-6 quid, aren't they? Can of craft beer, so.
Exactly. It might even be a tad cheaper if you factor in the glass, and I don't know if you've counted in the 2 free beers there. But yeah, it's not bad at all, is it? It's good, good deal.
You get 2 extra beers, don't you? So.
Yeah. So next one though, Dave, you found this one.
Yeah, I got just an email sent because again, sign up for the mailing list, you'll find them anyway. But yeah, free delivery over 20 quid, which is not that bad because sometimes you don't always want to spend like over 50-60 quid on some beers. You just want cheeky couple of 4-packs or just try one of each of the range. So yeah, 20 quid.
Vocation.
I think Vocation got a good deal on the beers as well because they're going through the eye is returning, isn't it, on the branding? So the branding will update and they'll ship off a lot of the stuff that they've already got packaged. Because remember, Vocation cans don't have a wrap on, do they? They're in the Brew York territory where they have to over wrap if they're going to wrap cans. So they're going to have to shift it if they're rebranding. So might be worth getting on there anyway because there might be additional discounts.
I think I've always got a bit of a soft spot for Vocation after what happened many moons ago with Andy and his competition wins during COVID. So I think Vocation hold a bit of a soft spot for me because it's
they do. Yeah, it's just a shame you can't go to the brewery because I think they'd let me in open arms.
Well, and like you said, they are rebranding, aren't they, at the minute as well? So that's a good point, Andy. Look out for the deals because when they, just as
Polly's did it because the week didn't they changed their sort of wraps in again. That's when the discounts start flowing out. So just keep an eye. They're just trying to keep it fresh. I think they always do this market research about because we've always said before, does your can stand out on the shelves? And there's a lot now. If you go like Sainsbury's, for example, if you look at Sainsbury's craft beer shelf, it's probably one of the brightest shelves in the shop, and it's compared to other supermarkets because they have some of the crazy beers, like the different stuff, like the Camdens and all that sort of stuff, which are really bright labels. But if you go to Tesco's, Vocation really wouldn't stand out there. So on the current branding, I would say. So they might brighten it up a little bit. Let's see.
I was thinking this about craft beers. How far can they, how much can it go that way where every can's like super crazy, madly designed? And is it going to one day just going to hit a thing and go, we're going to go backwards here and we're going to start going plain again?
Inside story with the people with we've got the can here. So we all know I'm a big fan of Riverton.
Mhm.
Obviously, their labels designed by Country Pud. There used to be a full bright, like the color. Say the color of that wrap would be the complete can. Now, because they're trying to get into different markets, they have to display different information on the cans. So it has to be. This is not just Riverton, but all people. So you might have different languages. You might have different set of legislations and things like that. So they simplified their label so they can clearly show it. Now, we've seen on some where the information is kind of wedged in and stuff like that, and it's not immediately clear. There's like black labels out there in the way it's got white text and people can't read it. So they took the decision to simplify the way that they display the information. So maybe Vocation, they're a big brewery, aren't they, Vocation? They're in lots of markets. They turn out a lot of good beer. Maybe they're trying to break different markets, and in order to do that, they need to be able to display this extra information. So in order to do that, got to rebrand. And unfortunately, it kind of ties in with expansion, doesn't it? Because everybody, at the end of the day, they want to sell their beer to as many people as possible. All breweries are in a competition, but it's a neighbourly, friendly competition. They're all supporting each other. It's not just my beer is better than your beer. Now, I mean, I guess there's some bad blood out there, but majority of places would tell you if you want a sour beer, go and speak to Vault City, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. So
that's why there's so many collabs and stuff in it, because ultimately they all just want the same thing, don't they? So
exactly.
Well, I think
beer,
probably
say.
Cheers and beers. I think a lot of it is as well because you've got Polly's that are just rebranded. You've had Brew York that are just rebranded, and again, these all sit on supermarket shelves. So people are going, "Oh, that looks a new beer because it's different kind of canning." So it's kind of keeping up with the Joneses as well, isn't it? So once one brewery starts doing it and they're on the same shelf as like your beer, you're going to want to go, actually, we need to send that again now because people are going to notice that one instead of noticing the scissors as well.
It's funny because we pick up these because we like the craft beers, but all the macro breweries have been doing it for years, haven't they? You think like your favourite beer, Carling. Oh, that's no, but even if you look back at the labels over a 10-year period, they subtly change all the time for whatever reason. I think it's just marketing people just like get a bit bored and think, I know I can get a bit more coin out of these people, but
that's it. Yeah. And obviously, your microbreweries can't do the big TV ads and stuff that your big breweries can. So it's their way of doing that, isn't it? By using their artwork that they've got on the cans and how they're looking on the shelf and stuff. So,
plus,
the
big thing is glassware. If you rebrand, you can sell a load more glasses to people like us.
Because we will buy it.
The
next one then.
People will.
The next one then. So I think both myself and Dave spotted this one. I think we probably all got the email for it just before we came on. But yeah, buy 2 Jai per kegs from Thornbridge. Use the code MiniCask5 and you get £5 off your overall purchase. I think they're at $29.99 each. So 2 of these would cost you just under £60. Take off a £5 if you buy 2, and then if you buy 3, you can save a tenner. So that's with code MiniCask10. So yeah, some of these might be on after the bank holiday or during the bank holiday, but and obviously, hopefully, we'll get this on Alien Radio anyway, so you can take advantage of them before.
You mentioned last week about those machines that can take those kegs. So I stayed at the Brewdog Hotel last week. Obviously, Brewdog do make 5-litre kegs. You could pay to have in your room in a machine a keg of beer. It was a little expensive, so I didn't go for it. You could have the shower beers. I did that.
Yeah.
Not that I drank any of them. I just bought them home with me. But but they have a machine in there called Brewster, which is a quite simple machine by the looks of it. I opened it up, have a look at it. and these kegs just literally fit in, and it just literally taps into the top. Done.
Are the kegs the same kegs as everyone's kegs?
Yeah. The space that in the machine is exactly the same size as what we would say is it.
Can I just say how nice that mini cask looks as well from Thornbridge? Like how nice the keg looks.
On about branding. It's like
that looks
school,
wicked.
isn't it?
Yeah, it looks wicked. I think just to have one of those, I'm just like, oh yeah, they look quite cool in the bar or something.
Thornbridge have got it spot on, haven't they? With their quite, that sort of like gold and that, I don't know, that arty, spirally.
It's like sophisticated, old school, but quite modern at the same time, isn't it? So,
yeah, love it. Next, then, this is another Thornbridge one, actually. I spotted this just on their website when I was looking what other stuff they had, but they launched this beer not too long ago. Seaforth, a British IPA. They're doing 24 bottles, right? 330ml for 30 quid, which isn't too bad, really. But yeah, I just spotted that on the website. It's part of like a launch offer. Usually it would be like 52 quid for the same thing. So for that to be 30 quid, that's good going, isn't it? So
I like the mix boxes they do on Thornbridge as well. Like they kind of save you a little bit. It's not a massive amount of saving, but at least you get a bit of variety. But they're usually in 12s, aren't they? So they'll do a box of 12 beers, and it'll be 6 variants or 4 variants.
Yeah,
different stuff.
A lot of people.
If you've never had them before, it's a good little thing to have, like a sampling box. So it's good.
They were doing 20% off the Wednesday as well, the Wednesday Pale. Because of our Great Escape and all that. But anyway, last one that I spotted, which I think we've seen this before maybe, but I spotted it again. Boundary Brewery, they are doing a free delivery with 24-pack. And the offer is 6-pack for 20, 12-pack for 35. But like I say, if you get 24-pack of these beers, 65 quid with free delivery. From Boundary Brew Co, I think it is. There we go. So yeah, that was your Martin Brewis money saving tips for the bank holiday weekend. Obviously, if you listen to it on Ale and Audio, maybe a bit late for some of those, but go and check them out anyway. But hopefully you managed to catch it on Ale and Radio. There we go. Okay, are we ready for this?
Hello everyone, I'm the Compare Without Compare, and here at the Ale and Audio Pub Shed tonight, I'd like to introduce our turn, Sheddie Mercury.
So, as always, Sheddie Mercury is going to sing us a song, our Pub Shed singer. You've just got to work out what it is. The theme today is hot and heat theme songs. Hot and heat. So have a think about it. It's been hot and it's been quite heaty.
What temperature are you on?
Oh, I don't know.
I've done all right this week. I'm just pushing 30 in here.
I've only got a thermometer on the cool box, and that's
get yourselves a thermometer in your pub shed. A recommendation, because I don't think I ever told you, but last year, when it was reaching like 40 degrees, I had a bottle of gin with a cork popper top in it. It had enough, popped itself in the heat. Just be careful.
Well, yeah. Worth having a thermometer to keep an eye on your shed temperature.
Keep an eye on it.
So yeah, what's Sheddie Mercury singing? Something to do with hot and heat songs. Here we go. Have a listen to this. I'm more confident for Dave and Andy this week, but let's just hear it one more time. What is this song? There we go. Sheddie Mercury. I think he might have been driving along singing that one this time.
Did it.
He was doing he was doing carpool karaoke, I think.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was either that or he was watching Beverly Hills.
Let's give it to Dave first. Come on, Dave. What do you think it is? He knows the song, but he's kind of get the title and the artist.
I don't know the artist. But is the song called A Heat Is On? The Heat Is On.
Correct.
The heat is on. Yeah. I don't know the artist.
You're right, yeah.
I've got the first name of the artist. Does that give me any points?
Yeah, go on, half
Is
a
it
point.
Glenn?
It's Glenn, yeah, well done. And his second name is Frey.
Frey.
He obviously he was the Eagles singer, weren't he? So yeah, there we go.
The heat
Excellent.
is on.
Oh,
Very good. That was your Sheddie Mercury.
I'm going to watch Beverly Hills Cop now when I go inside.
What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan
it's a
Box's
massive
box?
box.
What's in Jan Box's
Massive
box?
Hi
box.
guys, Jan here from the Boxing Hounds, and I've brought along my famous box. Can you guess what's inside it this week? 20 questions, and I can only answer yes or no.
Okay, so I wasn't going to say this, but I think it's a really good time to tease it because we're trying to promote Aylin Radio. It's a really good time to tease what's coming up on Aylin Radio. But
Tell us all about it. Let me and Dave just sit back, feet up, have a beer, take your weight off.
You're going to like this. You're going to like this.
Tell us all about it.
Jan's got an idea to do a bit of a Friday feels, drive home time, get ready for the weekend, little slot on Ale and Radio called Jan Boxer's Bangers. Jan's Bangers.
That is lowbrow.
That's what we're doing. So it's in the works. It's in the works. Coming soon to Alien Radio, Jan Boxer's Bangers. But for now, so if you want to hear Jan's Bangers, then make sure you check out Alien Radio in future.
If you want to see Jan's Bangers, maybe go into a garden party.
But we'll get back on Jan's box because.
Oh, sorry. In a minute, let me press the button I've got here. Yeah, you cheeky cunt. There you go. Press it.
So, what's in Jan's box? 20 questions. Guess what it is. Something pub shed related. Jan's going to say yes or no to your questions. So, Dave, take it away.
Any ideas, Dave?
No. Is it drinkable?
Oh, what are you doing?
No.
Oh,
He's going off. He's going off. Going rogue.
Let's try and avoid the obvious.
Is it edible?
No.
People only want to hear you say it. That's all.
Is it used for serving drinks?
Yes.
Oh, Dave, we're in the ballpark. It was a slight delay in the serving of drinks, so wasn't it? Is it made of glass?
No.
Say that's 4, I think. 3,
So
4.
it could be serving of drinks. So kind of serving of drinks. It's not made out of glass. Is it used to open something?
No.
Okay.
No, in Jan and it's party season. Is it a funnel?
No, it's fucking not.
So that's about 7, I think.
6.
6, all right.
So, not made of glass, but it's in the serving. You can use it in the serving of drinks. Would it fit in your home dishwasher?
Oh, good question, Dave.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know where that's going to get me, but I'm just beating around the bush for the obvious. So we
Is
do
it
this whole
made of-
thing without asking.
Is it made of plastic?
No.
So that's what are we on now? 8.
Well, amen. So you can go in your dishwasher, but it's not glass or plastic.
Hey, look, I didn't say. Dave asked the question: does it fit?
Dave.
Now, my child could probably fit in our dishwasher. I'm not going to put her in it.
Pour in it.
Is it made of metal?
No.
No.
Not
9.
glass. Not plastic.
Not glass, not plastic.
Not
Could be serving
metal.
a drink.
You're gonna have to ask it anyway, aren't you?
No. No.
I don't know about. We've got all the materials covered.
I don't know if you have.
Is it made
Yeah,
of
we could-
material?
Is it made of what?
Material.
Everything's made of material, though, isn't it?
No, but like
Like,
Can
it
you-
means like fabric type.
Fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, if we go fabric.
No.
You ready for this one?
You're gonna have to ask it.
Get it, Dave.
Is it made out of a material that creates paper?
No.
Right, so it's not made out of wood then.
Hey, you said it. I think you're about
Well,
11,
fuck-
12. This is
Fuck
terrific.
if I know what it is.
Right, 11, yeah. Used in serving of drinks. It's not made of anything.
It's not made of fuck all.
Is it made of
Is it
fuck
real?
all? Is it rubber?
Yes.
Is it a beer tray mat thing? A beer rubber mat?
Bar runner.
Bar runner, yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's
fucking
box?
is, Dave?
What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box? Well done. What's in Jan's box?
This week in Jan Box's box, it was a bar runner.
Yeah, well done, a bar runner. There we go. Well, got him, haven't we? So yeah, they were out on your nose. Yeah. How many bar runners you got?
Quite a few. Do you want one?
I'm all
I
right.
donated one to Dave once.
Did you?
Yeah, no, wait. That is there.
Very good, Tiny Rebel. Yeah. So
But I've
only
got-
got
Got some more. Got
very
one.
good.
Camden Town, Beaver Town. Oh wait, branded ones. There's all sorts of stuff under here.
So we asked the
All
question,
sorts of
we asked the
mammals.
question last week, how many bottle openers do you need? Somebody
Yeah.
said there was somebody with 57 bottle openers.
Oh,
Rubber bar runners. Rubber bar runners is one of those collectible items.
Get
isn't
on
it?
in, Dave.
I've got. How many you got, Dave?
Well, just that I can find 3, 4, 5, and I know there's a Leicester City one somewhere. My brother's got one of my other Camden ones, and there's a Camden one in my van as well. They've got a few.
can I tell you something really disappointing?
Guess how many I've
You
got?
ain't got one.
I've only got 3.
Oh.
Now, it's only because I don't have much surface space, particularly because of the podcasting stuff. I've got a Bradfield one. I've got a Devon Gin one, which I won. And I've got a San Miguel one outside in the shed extension. That's it. That's all I got. All I need. I'd like
They're not
better
the
ones. But...
Unfortunately, though, they're not the kind of things you can go to a pub and rob. It's
No.
a bit easy to take a glass.
I did, honestly, I went to a pub and said, do you have anything that I could have, like, could you give me anything that could put in my home bar? And he was like, yeah, of course I have. Off he trotted upstairs. He gave me a big shitload of coasters and 4 bar runners. So I've actually got 13 bar runners in my pub.
13. That's good going.
Yeah.
Can
I've got because you've used all your whole space.
I've got 3 Blue Mooners. Look at this one.
Look at
These
that.
are beautiful, beautiful bar runners. These are.
He's mooning us.
Mooners.
You could be your
Phoebe
whole
Tree
top
one,
space in bar
Triple
room.
Marmalade. We've got 4 on top here.
Can anyone beat that? Anyone get it out? What have they got? What's to beat? 13, did you say?
13.
13. Can anyone
Inches
beat
or
that?
bar runners.
13 inches wide.
Well done for establishing what we're in Jan's box.
And I gave Dave a bar runner, and I gave my cousin a bar runner, so I did have 15.
There we go. That's it. Can we top that? Right, time for Own Bar of the Week. Here we go. No information, unfortunately. They didn't manage to get back to me on time or potentially not see my message. I think some people just use their Instagram account on a weekend, don't they? So, but I did message him yesterday, just didn't get back to me in time. But anyway, it is Shelley's Shed Bar. Shelley's Shed Bar _ at the end if you want to find him. Shelley's Shed Bar. They seem to be quite new on the scene. But yeah, they say on the bio, it's retro in style, colourful in spirits, the place to be. To create a kaleidoscope of memories. And you know what? It is an amazing looking place. They've done, I mean, it's obviously Shelley who's created this herself, but she's done an absolutely amazing job with it. I put some pictures up on the screen for the YouTube viewers, but it's proper decked out really nice, like the outside, the inside, really, really good. And it's got some of the most interesting kind of like wall decoration, like sort of like decor that I've seen, really. They use a bit of the brick effect stuff, which I'm a massive fan of. But then behind the sort of sofa area, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what is that? It's like little. It looks so cool, though, doesn't it?
They're like little drawers.
Yeah, it's like it's like wallpaper drawers or something.
Yeah,
is
with
it?
like knobs on them.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Different
brilliant.
style knobs.
Dave loves a good old knob.
So yeah, I assume obviously the landlady's Shelley. It's fairly easy to assume that. But they look like they have some amazing times. I mean, the other bits of the I'm just zooming in on some of the wall art. Actually, some of it looks like it's the like real little drawers stuck on. I can't tell if it's art or if it's real, but it's great. It's like almost like a bit of a pinboardy type thing that they've got behind them and stuff. That sofa looks amazing as well. Proper comfy sofa in there. And don't
I'm having
know
a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm just having a random guess here that they could be from Great Yarmouth.
Ah, okay. What makes you think that then?
Because they've tagged themselves there.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Gorleston-on-Sea, Norfolk.
Yeah.
Norfolk tag location.
But I mean, I think they've been on Instagram probably longer than we think because they've got loads and loads of posts on there. But it's one that we've like never found. Like the first post goes back to the 29th of June, 2020. So years ago. But we've just, never spotted
probably
him.
On it, but then kind of maybe come off it for a bit or like stop posting and now because the last post was only a day ago, so maybe Shelley's Bar's back up and running. And
they've got the ceiling as well is some of the most interesting like ceiling art as well. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's like flat roof inside, whereas mine's like apex type thing, so you can't really. I've got sort of things up, but they've got like that proper like nice. I don't know what you call it. It's like a bit like what you'd have on a rug, isn't it? That like circular pattern sort of thing on the ceiling. It's really, really good. And you can see.
Is it good? I don't know. Carry on. So I thought it could be a rug that's been attached to the roof.
Possibly, yeah. It looks really, really good and proper. I mean, this might be a bit like what if we did our pub shed again. I think Stefan had a lot more saying it this time, and we'd probably end up with something looking a little bit more towards this one than what we've got now, because that is really smart. It looks like they have a lot of great times in there. They've even got like a little, on some of the pictures, you can see they've got like a little wire that like hangs across the roof. It's maybe part of the lights, but they use little pegs to pin little like Polaroid pictures on of like visitors and stuff like that as well, which is quite cool. So like the string lights,
Cool.
it's quite a good touch in it. But yeah, it's just brilliant. And even like they said, the outdoor space that they've got as well, they've done it like really nicely and neatly and stuff. So yeah, excellent. So there you go. A few more pictures for our YouTube viewers. Let's party, bitches. They've got on one of the party signs that they've put up in the past. And yeah, looks like they always have a great time in there. So yeah, make sure everybody you go give them a follow. It's Shelley's Shed Bar _ on Instagram. Let's get them some more followers. Say you heard them here on Ale and Audio, and obviously across the week as well on Ale and Radio. So, what are we both up to at the weekend? Bank holidays. Got anything special planned?
Well, H is out Friday night. So I think Friday night will be, once Little's in bed, I'll bring the monitor to the bar and I'm going to have a bit of a bar session. I've got some beers from that Bruiser offer that we got. So I'm going to do a Friday 4.
Excellent.
Because obviously, why not?
Is it Full Circle you've got, is it?
Yeah, 4 beers from Full Circle. So I'm going to do the Friday 4 with
Kev.
So yeah, with Kev. I don't know. My mind went completely blank then. I was like, cock in the Kev or the Kev in the cock.
It depends on who Kev we're talking about. Who's Kev is it anyway? That's all.
All in the Kev. Kev's all. I was getting a bit glory. Kev's got glory, and he's all. I was everywhere with that word then. But yeah, so that was that. So yeah, I'm gonna do a Friday 4, and then Saturday is a bit of a chill day, and then Sunday, depending on weather, we are going camping with some friends just for a night. Where they've got 3 daughters, so we're just going to be a bit of a take the kids out, run them around in the field somewhere, let them burn off a load of energy, have a barbecue, have a load of beers. But we'll see on that last one, because the weather might depend in. Obviously, I don't really want to take away 3 kids and a baby if it's not decent weather. So
yeah, well, there we go. Sounds like you've got a good and planned. Extra day off for us all, obviously, as well. Well, for people who obviously get bank holidays off. Fair enough if you don't. We're right there with you, obviously. Right yourself, Andy?
Well, I booked Friday off, so I've got extra one.
Nice.
My boss said to me, he says, do you work Fridays anymore? I says, I don't want to. So I booked all. I basically don't do a full week till back end of June, fully timed.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, which when I go to Scotland for a week and a bit, so that'll be interesting. This weekend we were planning on going away, but we're not sure where we're going. But impromptu, like last bank holiday, we ended up in Bournemouth for the night. That's when I went down to Kev's Hole by the sea. So don't know. We'll see where the wind takes us. I think my friend of mine's his birthday, so whether he's got anything planned, I don't know yet. But yeah, just hope the weather holds out, and then the World Shirt Lobster.
Very good.
Oh, I've actually got something as well Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Before H goes out, Pintons, obviously my little Friday 4 o'clock treat. Has got a like a tap takeover. So it's only 3 taps, but obviously, wait a minute. Let me have a quick look. There's a new brewery called Silent Brewery. Silent Brew Co. And they released 3 beers, and they're doing like a launch party. So again, across like different pubs and whatnot across the country. And yeah, they've officially got one of the launch events. So
Nice.
I'm going to go down there and try. I mean, one of them's a New England Pale Ale, the other one's a Hazy Pale, and the other one's a Chocolate Fudge Stout.
Well,
Perfect.
you're into that now, aren't you? Then, Dave, you can get that.
I think it's going to be a try of each one of them. So yeah, I'll be visiting there for a quick Friday 3 and then a Friday 4 afterwards.
There we go.
Boom.
Nice one. Well, speaking of your chocolate stout, I have just about finished it. I've been too busy talking, but I have gotten through most of it, which is better than I thought I would, and I've enjoyed it. It's a slow sipper.
Decent.
It was very good. Yeah, and the flavour did change as it warmed up a little bit as well.
Yeah,
so,
it was gives you a bit more body when it's a little bit warmer.
definitely. Yeah. For me, I've got a week off next week. Little one's birthday. She's turning 7. Little sidekick behind me. She's asleep at the minute. She's fell asleep. She's okay. Anyway, so I'll get her to bed after this. But anyway, yes. It's FA Cup weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
City and Man U. So yeah, we'll be able to watch that. And there we go. And then it's all on. We've got Champions League final, and after that, it's all on to Euros, isn't it? So
Euros.
there we go.
Which teams are we picking for Euros?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
should we do a sweepstake next time we come on? Next time we come on, we'll pick them out. Do we only put rubbish ones in?
But you can't put the top 4 seeds in.
Right, okay. That'll be rule then. Right, okay. We'll do that next time we come on.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll see if any others want to pick a team as well. Make it interesting.
If I don't see it through week, see it through Wendy.
There we go. Yes. What number are we having?
Number 2.
Number 2. Here we go. Number 2.
Would you like a shit? Yes, I'd like a shit. Would you like a shit? Yes, I'd like a shit. Beer fact of the week. Brought to you by Dave.
The first known use of the word stout for beer was documented back in the 1677, referring to its strengths. Basically, porters were brewed to a variety of strengths, with the stronger beers called stout porters.
See you next time.
Have a good weekend.
See ya.